You ready, Hans? Hello out there. I'm Klaus Hostel, and I'm at the Living Games conference in New York, and I'm here with Leigh Waldron. And Emma's just done a fascinating talk on Nordic Larp sex techniques. Emma, this is an academic conference in the U.S. about Larp, and yet you bring a talk about not only sex techniques, but Nordic Larp sex techniques. Tell us a little bit more about why.
Where that came from. So my academic study is in a field called performance studies, which is sort of looking at performance as an objective inquiry and analysis in all its many forms, whether it's theater or LARP, or, in my opinion, sex. Sex itself can be looked at as a performance. So that's what my research focuses on, and then that overlaps very nicely with LARP. And then I've been introduced to Nordic LARP in the last couple of years, and I'm really fascinated with this idea of simulating intimacy and sensuality in these ways. My other research is on porn, so there's sex figures prominently in my research interest.
So you're basically saying that Nordic LARP is porn. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Klaus. Yeah.
No, the question, of course, is really why go across the pond? I mean, aren't the American LARPers? I guess they have their own sex techniques. I guess.
Yes, and they're very unsatisfying if you're looking for an immersive experience, which is something that appeals to me about Nordic LARP. So I'm very interested in embodied experiences and the ways in which you can, or different ways of knowing and knowledge, perhaps that it can only be experienced physically or viscerally. So these techniques really focus on that, as opposed to, a lot of the American theater style LARPs I've played, it's like we're dealing out cards or, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, that's like my sex life.
So, and there's definitely a place for that. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I'm very interested in this, the actual visceral experience of these techniques.
So apart from a lot of talk about sex, and really it hasn't been that much, but what else are you taking home? Just a sentence or two on what are you taking home with you from this conference?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about responsibility of GMs and organizers, and how to build community, and I guess these ideas of safety that extend after the gameplay, and how our communities are sharing things from across the pond, or just establishing our own communities and being responsible for ourselves and each other.
Being responsible. Sex and being responsible.
Yeah,
Thank you, Leigh
together.
Waldron.
Thank you.
I'm Klaus Hostel. Thank you for listening.